All right. So I did, sorry, my project on cycling in Duluth and overall bike safety. And I'm Olivia Daler. So for the sake of this project, the audience is going to be acting as a single person. You are going to be Brian French today. Brian is a past advisor of mine, and he's kind of the all-around bike guru of Duluth. He just opened up the Duluth Folk School and is teaching bike repair classes. He stays in contact with people that do bike bus walk week in Duluth, and also does bicycle repair on the side, and was a former teacher at UMD that taught sustainability courses. So he has access to a lot of just bike people in general. So that's who the audience is going to be this morning. So the issue that I'm trying to tackle is complications with the Duluth Traverse. The Duluth Traverse is a proposed single-track mountain bike trail that is eventually going to span the length of our 26-mile-long city, connecting some existing trails and then creating more. And this is funded by the city of Duluth as well as the organization COGS. The acronym means Cyclist of Gitchy Cami. So the issue here is general bike safety. Because the Duluth Traverse doesn't actually yet have a date when it's going to be completed. Funding has all been received, but there hasn't been an official date for the trail to be completed. There's been rumblings that it's going to be in 2018, but no one's exactly sure. And the reason this is an issue is because the trail does connect some trails that already exist, but it's also creating some which leaves a lot of gaps until the trail is done. So what happens is that mountain bikers that are usually on mountain bike trails are jutting out onto busy city streets to try and connect the trails. So there's a lot of safety concerns for mountain bikers there, especially because when you're on a mountain bike, you're usually being attentive to trail conditions. And then once you jump on a busy road, you have to be aware of cars, and there's just a lot more factors to keep in mind there. This is really an urgent issue, especially during tourist season. So many people come to Duluth to use our trails and are really excited about the Duluth Traverse trails, but that the trails will get a lot more traffic once it's busy in the summer. So this is a map of the official Duluth Traverse Trail. Once it's going to be completed, you can see it along here in red. Um, and then this section of the trail is completely unfinished. There's absolutely nothing here trail-wise in Brewer Park. So this is kind of like the main concern area for this project. So solution one here is just to simply improve signage on these bicycle routes. So what this would involve is just signs on the street for both cars and bikers to be aware that there's going to be a lot of bike traffic on these. So what that looks like is you'd have to fill out an application for temporary signage, which this actually acts as an advantage because temporary signage is much easier to get than a permanent sign. So what happens is the application is filled out and then approved by the city. And another advantage of this is once it's approved by the city, everything is in the city's hands. So they're the ones that provide the labor and the actual signs. So the cost of this is extremely low. Disadvantages, it's just a big area that we're looking at here. So in order for it to actually make a difference, there would need to be a lot of signs put out. But like I said, it's easier to get temporary signs than it is for permanent signs. All right, and then solution two would be to actually create a bike safety video. So what this would be, would be a video recorded of just like general bike safety tips. And then it would be specific to the area too. So it would show the places in Brewer Park where the trail ends and where it connects. So bikers could kind of know where they're going. So what needs to happen with this solution is that it would need to be recorded, edited, and then produced. But an advantage here is you could have more control over what exactly that looks like. Just by working with a film crew, it wouldn't be totally in the city's hands. Um, and then what would happen further in the implementation process is to get the video shown to both bikers and drivers. So what I propose here is that it could be shown at like bicycle meeting groups, such as COGS. I know they have like bi-monthly meetings. The Duluth Traverse Trail also has a club that it could be shown at. And then as well for drivers, one proposition for this solution is to show it in driver's education programs in Duluth, which is a good way to reach young drivers, which could be potentially the demographic that would be most concerned about driving on the road, not looking out for bikers. Um, Disadvantages is that it would be a bit spendier um, to edit the video, and a full film crew would be needed to execute the solution. So they would be the ones to film it and then edit it as well. So just to reiterate, until the Duluth Traverse Trail is completed, this poses a big issue for bikers in Duluth, especially in the summer when so many people want to come up and see the trails and spend time outside in Duluth when it's easier to do and the weather's nicer. But we really want to make sure bikers are safe, especially in high traffic summer times. So this really does need immediate action. And the solutions I propose, again, the first being the bicycle signage and the second being the bicycle safety video, would hopefully improve the overall situation for Duluth. And until the Duluth Traverse Trail is completely done, something needs to happen to make sure that there aren't any bicycle collisions.